Well, hello and welcome to Stars of Akarios on Tabletop Simulator. I know there's a bunch of you who have been really looking forward to this day, so thank you. I'm looking forward to what the community can mod up with this. I think there's actually something really special to be had with community modding. Whether that's our PvP group or whatever it may be, Um, there's a lot more potential for depth here compared to Tabletopia. Tabletopia served well, but kind of where we're testing here, um, there's just a change that we need to make, and so I'm gonna walk everyone through just kind of what they're seeing here in Tabletopia and maybe a couple quick tips if you're somewhat new to it. I'm still new to it. You guys can probably teach me. First things first, if you click P, you can kind of change your perspective, and somewhat similarly to Tabletopia, you can actually set camera angles by holding Control and clicking a number, and then you need to hold Shift and click the same number to then get your camera angles, which is pretty good. Let me walk you through everything here. So this is a really cool functionality. We have the rule book, and this is just a prologue. We'll be updating that shortly. But we have the rule book and we have the scenario book. And something neat that you can do is you can just pop out to the screen and you can read it as is. And so I can go to page one. This is the new rule book. Lots of stuff has been changed. You'll notice that there are still some areas that are highlighted, and that means we're still kind of plugging away at it. It's not 81 pages. I don't know why we have 81 pages. I actually probably need to fix that. Um, and then same with the scenario book. And what I'm realizing is that this is going to be so helpful for actually setting up the different scenarios, right? Where you can actually see it and then move off to the side. This is really neat. So we have rule book, scenario book. Here is your starting equipment. The starting characters, starting ships. We have the pilot progression sheets here, which is really nice that they can be included. Um, we have the revised squad progression sheet. And here's a little tidbit. Actually, just before I get too crazy, let me just save it here. Got a lot of stuff going on. So when if you pick, say you pick Starla, right? I'm gonna have this little sheet down here. I can go ahead and equip the pilot, and classic. I gotta pick the Merkava, all kind of locked in, which is great. And then the ships will snap nicely to the grid. A couple kind of quality of life improvements. Make sure you have the rotation set at 60, because when you're using Q and E for rotate, right, you want to make sure that you're getting the 60 degrees rotation. And then on the pilot progression sheet here, what you want to do is you want to lock it, right click toggles lock, and this will allow you to actually take the pen tool. Oh, you want to make sure you have a different color than white, and you can actually just fill it in with this, right? You can be counting. Oh, this is a little little rudimentary, but hey, it works. If you want to increase this, I guess you can decrease the size. Well, this is neat. And so you can actually fill in the sheet as you go, built right in. So very, very slick. Some things I'm loving about uh, Tabletop Simulator. All of the cards you're going to notice have their own card backs. They are all labeled. We have the Sparrow cards here. What we're missing in the Tabletop Simulator right now are the co-pilot abilities. So when you run into co-pilot, you're just going to have to ignore that for now. It's on me as I get the graphic design, the final co-pilots. And then we have our space exploration set up here. This is just the Draconian system. Not with the finished backs yet. The finished backs will actually have numbers on it, as it says in the rule books. Just waiting on those. And this whole section up here, I'm going to kind of dedicate to the world, to the space exploration, and we'll have the different decks set up here. And then over here, we'll have the world exploration decks. Kind of neat off to the side, and maybe I have a Ken, I believe, is going to help script some of the stuff for me. But we have this nice little tray, I guess you want to call it, of all the possible goods that we can use for setup, for setting up our map. And so, we can grab enemies here. You can locate them as you grab the enemy cards, right? You can plop them into their enemy boards. Same with our terrain. So something really neat with this terrain compared to Tabletopia, which I think you're gonna love, is once you get like a group of 3 like this, you drag and then Control C, and then look at that. You can just like set it up, and then if you want, at the end of the game, you might want to put these back. But you could just like go ahead and just like delete all this stuff, which is really slick. The script that I'm hoping Ken is going to have is like a reset script that all these cards kind of go back into their decks, and everything kind of gets reset nicely. Kind of the final thing I want to show you is up here on the enemy boards. We did something that I'm hoping we're going to change, but I think actually for now it's going to be fine. Instead of using cubes, we just have like little trackers, so you can actually just keep track of health with this. So it looks ugly for what's on the board, but I think it plays nicely. And then if you want to actually write in a number, you can just key in a number, right? And then as they're taking health or taking damage, they can mark it off there. So I think slick. Happy with that. I'm trying to think what else. We have all of our enemy modifier, the modifier cards here, extra ships. And then these are already pre-split into the upgrades that you can purchase at market, already pre-split into, these are Act 1, these are Act 2, and Act 3. So if you're wondering the number breakdowns, these are already pre-split. Something that's really handy, because you're going to be adding these stress miss modifier cards into your deck throughout the game. At the end, when you're trying to kind of reset your modifier deck, right click on your modifier deck and click search, and then you can just find the card, take it, and take it out. So it's literally as simple as that, which is so nice. I don't even know what I was doing with Tabletopia before, but it was annoying. All right, well, that is a overview of Stars of Akarios on Tabletop Simulator. Hey, I am looking forward to you all kind of plugging away and changing things, because yeah, I think it's going to be exciting that that we can actually mod the content of this game. And good luck, everyone. Take care.